3 years ago, when I started thinking about running for office, I decided on running for the Hamilton County Clerk of Courts. And right off the bat, I had several real obstacles and challenges. First and foremost, as I've already made light of, literally no one cares or has even heard of the Clerk of Courts. I mean, it's just not relevant to most people's lives, people outside of the legal community. Number two, my opponent was an incredibly well-known and popular two-term Republican incumbent. Number three, Hamilton County, which is in southwestern Ohio, the biggest city is Cincinnati, tends traditionally to be a conservative or lean rights county. And then my final challenge, and I hope I can just speak plainly here, is I'm a brown dude named Aftab, right? And so the AAPI community in southwestern Ohio, while it is strong and it's at about 4% of the population, it's certainly not a majority. So a lot of people told me that you have to have an Irish name, you have to have a strong ballot name in order to win. And so when I would tell people I want to run for the Clerk of Courts, they would say, "Are you crazy? What is wrong with you? You're going to run for this office no one's ever heard of against an opponent that can't be beaten in conservative Hamilton County? And to do all that, you have to leave your job at P&G? What is wrong with you?" And that was just my mom. I mean, so we have a lot of skeptics. My mom is, by the way, still hoping that I make it to med school. I think your listeners will appreciate that. Yeah. But I ran anyway. We ran as hard as we possibly could in the four corners of Hamilton County, in the progressive parts and the conservative parts. And at the end of the day, we won. And by winning, we became the first Democrat in over 100 years to be elected to the position. So no pressure, right?
No pressure.
So a lot of what I talked about on the campaign trail was ending nepotism and ending patronage and ending make-work jobs. I ran for the Clerk of Courts because I had been a special assistant United States attorney, because I had been a lawyer in the private sector. I understood that our courts are special, that they're one place where it doesn't matter what you look like, where you're from, or how much money you have. When you're appearing before a judge or when you're applying for a job, the only thing that should matter is the merits. It shouldn't matter what you go to or what your last name is. And unfortunately, at the Hamilton County Courthouse, oftentimes that's the only thing that mattered. So I ran to end that culture, and I followed through on those promises. I fired the top leadership. I replaced them with folks who are qualified, who are diverse, who reflect the diversity of the community that we're serving. When I first started, and I'm about to get into the details of the clerk's office, so I hope you don't lose half your listeners here. But
no, I think everybody get your sip of coffee. This is the really good stuff.
All right, here's the meat of the clerk's office. So when I first started, I've got about 220 employees. The starting salary in my office was $21,000, which is poverty wages for a family of four in Cincinnati. Yeah, I mean, it's unconscionable, right? Our public servants working and living in poverty, so we changed that. Now, every single employee in my office is guaranteed a livable wage of at least $30,000. When I first started, we didn't even have a maternity leave policy. So if you got pregnant, you were forced to use FMLA or sick leave. Again, absolutely unconscionable. So now every single person in my office is guaranteed comprehensive paid family leave. I'm very proud of that, not just maternity and paternity, but most importantly, comprehensive family sick leave, because so many of my employees are taking care of elderly parents. And now they no longer have to make the decision between coming into work for fear of getting fired or sitting at their loved one's bedside. We protected our LGBTQ employees, so no matter whom you love, you can't get fired. For the first time in the courthouse's history, a division of my office is being organized under AFSCME. We invested in new technology. We launched a new website, the first one in 20 years. And after doing all of that, we still saved Hamilton County taxpayers nearly $1 million.